Welcome back to the Aperture Assassin channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review on the Viltrox EF/EFS to EOS R adapter. Now, this is a newer adapter that Viltrox has created for people that have EF or EFS glass and want to be able to use it on their new EOS R, RP, RA, R5, or R6 camera. And it is a cheaper alternative to the Canon factory adapters. Canon offers 3 adapters that'll do the same thing. They have a standard adapter, they have one with the control ring built in, and then they have the one that takes the drop-in ND and circular polarizing filter. So first of all, I'm going to open up the box. I got the little band off it. It was wrapped around the outside, and we pop the top off, and of course we have all the paperwork inside. Let's get that out of here. And you can see the lens adapter in here wrapped in the plastic bag. And there's a little Allen wrench up here in the corner. And the reason for that is one of the things I do like about this one versus the Canon adapters, and I'm not bashing Canon, is the fact that the Viltrox adapter has a tripod collar on it, which I find interesting. And the Allen wrench, of course, is to remove the 2 screws on either side so you can take the tripod collar off. Now, having the tripod collar on here is pretty cool because a lot of Canon's, or most of Canon's non-L telephoto lenses don't come with a tripod collar. So it's pretty cool that Viltrox thought to install one on their EF to EOS R adapter. I find that very intriguing, and I think it's a great idea. That way you still have a way to attach a heavier lens, like say the 70 to 300 IS lens, to your tripod for more stabilization and a better contact point to attach the camera to your tripod rather than using the tripod mount on the camera itself and having the weight of the lens pulling on it, and so on and so forth. So today we're going to be testing this with both the Canon EF 40mm pancake lens, and we're going to also test it with the EF Mount Yongnuo 35mm lens. They're the only 2 EF lenses that I have left. I've actually sold all of my EF glass off and started buying RF glass already. I kept the pancake lens because it's a fairly inexpensive lens and I really like it a lot. And to be honest, until recently, I forgot I still had the Yongnuo 35mm. I had also had the Canon 35mm, and I'd already sold that one. So we're going to take this out in the field and see how it performs compared to the Canon adapters. Okay, now for this test, I'm just shooting some random objects in the neighborhood near my house. This is with the Viltrox with the 40mm lens, Canon STM lens 2.8. And as you can see, it performs extremely well. It doesn't have any trouble acquiring focus. It seems to be every bit as fast as the Canon. This is a shot of my enclosed trailer. And then I walked around the end of the trailer and got a shot of one of the plants out by the road. One of these, I don't know what you call them. They are almost like a palm tree, kind of, except much lower to the ground. They have blades on them that are fairly sharp, so you have to be careful around them. Then this is with the Viltrox and the 35mm Yongnuo lens. And again, as you can see, it acquires focus lock really fast, really accurately, no issues whatsoever. So now we're switching to the Canon EF to RF adapter, shooting the same objects. And again, you can see the acquisition of focus, the focus lock, and everything seems to be every bit as fast on the Viltrox as it is on the native Canon EF to RF adapter, which is great. I mean, that's fantastic. You're getting the same level of performance for less money, so definitely not anything to complain about. So as you can see, I got great shots. Now this is the Canon with the 35mm Yongnuo lens, and again, excellent focus acquisition and lock. Excellent quality on the images. The Canon actually was just a hair off on the focus lock on the last shot. So in conclusion, wrapping up this video, you can see from the footage that I acquired using my Atomos Ninja 2 that the Viltrox EF to EOS R adapter works just as well as the Canon standard EOS to RF adapter. The Canon one, however, is $99 to buy, where the Viltrox one is $59 to buy. So you're saving about $40. So if you're an amateur or hobbyist photographer who has a limited budget, the Viltrox is definitely the way to go if you need to save money because of limited budget. From my testing, it performs just as well as the Canon. It acquires focus, gets a good focus lock just as well as the Canon adapter does for $40 less money. And I do like the fact, like I said at the beginning of this video, that the Viltrox one comes with the tripod collar so that you can mount, when you have a large telephoto lens, you can mount it on the tripod by this collar and keep the pressure off the lens mount and where the lens and the camera body come together. Because a lot of people will try to mount a large telephoto lens that's attached to their body by using the tripod mount on the body. I don't recommend that, because if it's a heavy enough lens, it can cause damage to the mount on the front of the camera, and that's not a good thing. That's going to cost you a lot of money to get fixed. You'll have to send your camera back to Canon, and that's not going to be a cheap repair. So having this is definitely a handy thing. I'm really surprised that Canon and Nikon didn't think of that when they made their adapters to adapt their older style digital SLR lenses to the new mirrorless mount. That's something they probably should have included. I would have. I don't know why they didn't, but that's on them. So I can definitely highly recommend this adapter. I think it works fantastically, gives me the same performance as I get with the Canon native adapter made by Canon. And remember, I tested this using both a Canon 40mm STM pancake lens as well as my Yongnuo 35mm lens with the Canon EF mount. And I got great performance with both lenses using both adapters. All right, so that's going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this. Please remember to hit like, subscribe, share out the video to other people, and hit the little bell icon so you can be notified when the next video drops, and I will see you next time.